everybody, when you do this, everybody will go, yeah, the head and the tail. That's what's happening. You're frying it on the bottom here. So what's going to happen is these things are going to curl up. So it doesn't matter if you get brand new pretty shingles. If this is not fixed, this will happen again. And just so you understand, they'll promise all these warranties. All these warranties. Is this done up to code? How would you know? You're just hoping. It looked pretty when they did it. You have a 1-year Washington warranty, and this ain't going to cook in 1 year. It's going to take a few years, probably about 3 to 5. And you're going to see some major problems doing it again. You're going to try to get the guys in a lawsuit. Businesses only stay in business about 3 to 5. So you're setting yourself up by failure by doing an old system. Why do people do this still?
They don't know any better. Or they're just trying to make money cheap. I don't know who they are.
Cheap, easy.
Cheap, and if a customer tells me cheap, I immediately defend the contractor. They could be going their route, but what I see most of the time, they just don't know how to do it because their uncles, grandfathers, or somebody else taught them how to do it. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's not the way code works. It's not the way L&I works. They're on top of everything, and it changes every 5 minutes. Does that make sense? If a customer says cheap, I automatically defend the contractor. It builds trust in me because I'm not bashing other companies. I'm actually going, no, it's not their fault. They don't know. They're just stupid. You know, it's like, well, don't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is a ventilation what they used to do. Now what we do, which is, we're not the only ones, just so you guys know, we're not the only ones in the United States that use this system. This is a system that everybody will use. You go to more like city areas, they're already up to date on what's supposed to be done. This is what they're doing. You won't see box fence unless it's a flatter roof, because you have to at this point. So what we do is, if this is blocked, or let's just say down the road you want to add more insulation because it's colder, I want more soundproofing, I want a little more, insulation in my house. Well, you can't do that because you have bird blocks? No, we allow you to do that. So we make these intakes about 4 feet above the gutter line. So it allows our waterproofing, or our weather watch, our ice and water shield is blocked right here, so there's no type of leakage right here on these areas. You can even add another layer of insulation, but when the wind goes, have you ever put your hand outside a car door like this, like you're flying like an airplane? What happens when it hits the wind? It automatically takes off, right? So they're gonna put this where you're gonna get the most wind, and then we're gonna put a cut in the middle and put a ridge protection over the top. So naturally, you're gonna get wind that comes in and pushes all this heat that's going to the highest most point, which you should have this in the first place, to push it out. This is the correct way to make sure your attic does not grow anything, to make sure that everything gets out. Now let's just say it already had growth in it, just so you guys know this stuff. Is this gonna take it away?
It will stop the spread of growth in 7 days. And
It kills it. It kills it.
in 9.
It's not gonna change the stain in your wood stain. It's not gonna change the stain, but it's gonna kill the growth of it. That's the problem. The moisture in there, you're creating like a science project in this thing. It'll stop that wetness and it dries it so you have a solid roof. The whole point is not to leak, right? That's the whole point. You wanna leak it from the bottom to the top. Does that make sense? So which one would you wanna do? Do you wanna create a whole bunch more holes on this thing? Or do you wanna do it the right way that's gonna be here for everybody in about 5 years? Just Tri-Cities is behind the times, just what we have. Which one do you want in your house? And we're currently the only ones that do this. They're normally gonna go, well, it depends on the price. Well, if they're both the same, which one do you want in your house? Because I'm not into pricing it. Which one do you want? Well, obviously this one. Yeah, me too. Make sense? Does that make total sense instead of going, we got this ridge and this, army, military grade plastic, polypropylene? They don't care about that. This has to make sense. If you guys can draw this picture, and I even did it for you. Nice little pretty designs where, this is shit I just did on the computer. Does that make sense? If you guys draw this and leave this with them anytime, let's just say they think about canceling and they look there, what's that phone number to call them? Then they go, oh fuck. Well, they do have this, oh yeah, then all of a sudden, the more they have information-wise, there's more it just solidifies. So let's just say their cousin's uncle or their kid or somebody came over to get in their ear. You're paying what for what? Well, they can literally, if you make this simple like this, guess what they can do? They can go, well, this is what they showed me. This is what they, have you ever seen this? You know what I'm saying? Now, I sent all the new guys, there's videos on this stuff too, like to show the ventilation. You guys should use that in your appointment. If you do this, there's guys that Michael Schwartz, like I said, this dude Didn't work out because of certain circumstances, but he would sell like literally every day or every other day a roof. Why? It's not because of the price. He sold designers, everything. He was a killer. Why? He did this every time. He made it simplified, used videos. I have pictures of our system, like the amount of materials that is required by GF, next to another system that says we do the same exact thing as us. It's like literally not even like half. It's 1/3 of the. I'll give that to you guys today. He's shown it every appointment. So this just comes into you guys actually giving a shit about the lead and doing the max of making it make sense. If you do the minimum, and then because we finance and just hope that that's gonna swing because I'm better than everybody else, which you are, then you're gonna close minimum. You wanna close maximum, you make it simple for the customer, where there's no, if you saw this, literally, and I explained it like that to you, if the price was the same, which one would you choose if you were doing a roof? If I did a crap job, then it's good, you can tell me it's a crap job, do it better than me, but the information was simple enough, was it not? So if I'm John and Mary that doesn't know anything about roofing, this softballs it in for them. Even with a new roof, you're gonna have the same problem, it doesn't matter. And then you show them the proof of it. Here's a whirlybird. This is the same kind of idea, but they don't do them out here, they do them in Arizona. You guys all have that video, do you not? I've sent it 1,000,000 times, but I'll send it again, 1,000,001. It's in everything. It'll show you, like, without proper intake, exhaust does not work. We had a self-gen this weekend, the guy knew exactly that. He's like, what do you guys do for intake? Oh, so you know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows. Like, if you know a little bit about roofing, you know this. This is why everybody keeps adding box fence, but they think it's a fix. It's not. It'll ooze out. Nothing will come out unless you have something pushing it. It's breathing. Breathe out right now for me, David. Breathe out, not in. As much as you can. Blow out more. Blow as much as you can. Now blow out more. You can't. It doesn't work unless you breathe in. There has to be intake to be exhaust. It's impossible. Do that with your customer. I do that with customers. Breathe in deep, blow it as far as you can. Like you got 1,000,000 birthday candles, knock them all out. Right? And have them do that. And when they're done, they'll blow out just as much. Do it again. I can't. That's exactly your roof. If you do not have intake, it will not push out. Your roof breathes. That's why these are like ribs. They expand and contract from heat and cold. All that kind of stuff has to move around. Your house moves. It's a living, breathing organism. Right? The only way to get the virus out is to get the good air in, bad air out. Keep it out. And the only way to do that is proper ventilation. You can't just add more out. And that's what people do. You look at the new houses, and I'll give you a picture of this. It's literally, if you go up to 10th Street, they literally have like 20 box vents on the back. They just made them smaller. So now you have 20 holes in your roof. Hopefully anybody doesn't walk through the top of the roof. God forbid they have to get a ball off the top. They're gonna go through the roof. Well, yeah, I'm just telling you, you get enough snow if it gets heavy out here sometimes. It's very rare, but if it does, you have more weight on there. You're taking a huge chance right there. Plus, if water is sitting or snow sits behind that and melts, how mushy is it getting up there? You wouldn't know until it's too late. So doing it right is key. Here's the other piece when I'm talking about the shingles. GF invented the shingle. They made the first shingle, they have the highest technology on the shingle. This is other shingles. And this is where that timeline comes into effect. The timeline tells you when they got the lifetime shingle. Do you guys ever look at that timeline that's in, do they still have it? That's why I want to look at the slides.
I hit on it every time.
Yeah, so what happened,
2011,
literally,
2012.
yeah, but then when the lifetime shingle came out, did you look at what other, does it have on there when other people said they have a lifetime shingle?
So I'm dropping it right after.
Within the next 2 weeks, everybody had a lifetime shingle. And this took them how many years to create a lifetime shingle through GF?
Like 80-ish.
It's like 80-ish years
No,
to actually,
110. It was 110 from 86 to 2010.
to create a lifetime shingle. And everybody had it 2 weeks after. It was a space race? No. They wouldn't be able to compete with it unless they put their name on it. And if it's a 1-year warranty, they're covered after that point. So if you want to complain about it, all they're going to say is, oh, you didn't ask for the system because it would have been more money. Or you wanted a cheaper price, or whatever they need to say, because they are protected from that point on. We are a GF installer through the GF company. We are a partner. We don't have a choice but to do it right or to take care of it for you. That is how we're set up. It's not we purchase from them. We are GF.